Hello, folks. I'm back here again. I would like to talk to you about your paper four, which is due by the 16th of July, Wednesday 16th. Keep in mind the date. I updated the date because earlier I had put it for July 14th, which would be Monday. I have extended it by 2 more days so that you can revise, you can work, edit, and then submit it in a much better version. Now, this paper four, as the prompt says, is a revision and an expansion of your paper three. So it's not a completely new paper. It's something that you can that you're going to add another 400 to 500 words to your paper three. Now, now you need to read very well the prompt, what the prompt says, right? This is a documented essay. A documented essay means you're going to write and put the documentations of certain, sources to substantiate your argument. Your cause and effect essay is the kind of essay which is the closest to being an argument essay. So you have argued in favor of or against. You pointed out certain causes and effects of certain on a topic. So the same can be converted to a strong argument paper and then can be substantiated by sources outside of your experience or of your current knowledge. So you will consult with sources that are authentic, that are recent, and that are reliable to you, and then cite them accordingly. That's the most important part because I'm going to look at it very closely as to whether or not you meet the guidelines, the MLA guidelines, the citation guidelines. So read, I have given to you here, stepwise 1, 2, 3, 4. So easily to just follow the steps here, 13 steps. Find secondary sources. First of all, along the line of your argument, you read your thesis statement one more time to find exactly what you're trying to prove. And then along the same line, find out sources that are reliable and find at least a sentence or less than a sentence or something that can define a term or maybe a little more than a sentence but not exceeding 30 words to cite in your paper. And that citation needs to be contextualized. It should be within the context of the argument you are making in a paragraph. Now, also, the same way, create the list of works cited, which would be at the bottom of the paper. So you will have to make sure that the in-text citations and the list of works cited are related, they're connected, they correspond to each other. Now you're going to add another 400 to 500 words, which means if you wrote 500 words, you will add in the minimum another 400 words, which will make it 900 words altogether. And this 900 words can also include the secondary sources, the citations, and the list of works cited. So, actually, you might be writing a little less than that. Now, if you wrote 700 words already in your cause and effect paper, then you will add another 400 words. It doesn't mean you will add only 200 words to make it 900. You will add 400 more. So I said that in this paper, you will add additionally 400 to 500 words altogether. Now, revise your paper. I wrote my feedback on your paper 3. So update the feedback. Read line by line and the comments I have made, update them. That will improve your paper. Revise. If paragraphs need to be reshuffled, do that to maintain coherence, unity, and uh, and the meaning, and making sure that the thesis flows in one direction and makes a point. Now, It's very important that you follow the MLA guidelines. The MLA guidelines, I have posted the materials for you, the guidelines for you, the PowerPoint for you, the YouTube material also for you as to how to cite electronic sources or sources outside the electronic area, right? Depending on what kind of sources you are picking. But I think most of you might be comfortable finding an electronic source, but that needs to be cited accordingly. Your logicality, your development, your organization, your citation, your grammar, your language, all will be evaluated, will be assessed. Now, your sources can be as a few as only three. That's fine. If you found only three sources, you don't have to try to make as many sources. No, and do not exceed five sources. Too many sources is almost like plagiarism. You don't have to have too many sources. Just 3 to 5 sources altogether. Now, a very important thing is that you pay attention to the the title of the paper. The title of the paper needs to be well phrased. You must articulate it. You must say it up on the top. You had paper 3, and I have also marked on many of your papers, paper 3, because do not forget to mention paper 3 on the top. Now paper 4 on the top. Now paper 4, paper 3 to paper 4. And then the title of the paper needs to be put there in very well worded, well phrased, very well phrased manner, right? So we have about 5 days at the most for you to revise, extend, and improve your paper 3 and make it a paper 4. Any questions, please let me know. I'll be very happy to help you. And thank you so much for listening to me and watching the video.